welcome back to Geek Chef Gaming. I am your host, Chris the Geek Chef Tracy, and as you can see, I'm bringing you back some more Bloodborne. Where we left off last time is I had just beaten the blood-starved beast at the bottom of Old Yarnum, and got my first Chalice. Now seems like a good time to do some lore searching and hit up the chalices a bit. I think I'm good enough to do up to layer 2, maybe 3 by the end of this, but we'll see how far I get before I hit the experience wall. Chalices are pretty much completely optional, with one minor exception. If you want to get some achievements, you have to go in and do pretty much all of them. If you want to beat every boss and get the Yarnum Stone for beating Queen Yarnum. So without further ado, let's create our first Chalice dungeon. Use a ritual archer to create a Chalice dungeon with the Chalice ritual, or search for Chalice dungeon created by hunters in other worlds. And I have everything needed for this, so yep. To create a Chalice dungeon, you need to, the appropriate Chalice, some runes, and the proper materials. But since I explored, I had the materials. And that was ritual blood. I should have probably did that before, but oh well. Blood vial acquired by Yusuf in the Yusuf's clinic. This refined blood is highly invigorating, restores a larger amount of HP. Product is of a slow and careful refinement process. This rare blood vial appears to be a clinic original. Blood of Ariana. Blood taken from Ariana, a cathedral ward woman of pleasure. The sweet blood of Ariana restores HP and temporary speed stamina recovery. Member of the Old Healing Church. A member of the Old Healing Church would know that her blood is similar indeed to precisely that which was once forbidden. Ariana has ties to Canehurst and the Vile Bloods, and the Vile Bloods are basically considered a heretical offset due to differences in blood. And funnily enough, whereas the blood of Yarnum seems to turn people into werewolves, the Canehurst blood seems to have vampiric qualities, so yeah. Small medicinal tablets that counteract poison. Used to treat ashen blood. The baffling sickness that ravaged Old Yarnum long ago. These tablets only provide short-term relief. The ashen blood ailment eventually triggered spread of the beastly scourge. There are some who suggest that when the healing church came and brought with it its healing blood, they were poisoning the populace to encourage them to imbibe on their new healing blood and make themselves more wealthy and more powerful. That's why an anti-poison pill was a treatment for the ashen blood ailment. And once the plague of beasts started to get out of hand and spread, they panicked, locked up down the old ward and burned it to the ground in an effort to try to contain the beast plague. Those that were responsible for ultimately burning it down were the powder keg hunters, a very popular subsect of the early hunters, and were branded as heretics in the process. As we can tell from the powder keg badge, which we'll go through soon. Beast blood plate, large medicinal pellets, supposedly formed of coagulated beast blood. Banned by the healing church due to their unclear origin, grants us a spurt of beasthood. Ripping apart the flesh of one's enemies and being raised upon their splattering blood invigorates one's sense of beasthood, feeding strength and euphoric feelings alike. So basically this will give you a small power boost that the more aggressive you are, the more powerful you become. It's interesting that it can trigger short-term low-level beasthood. Interesting that no one knows it's interesting as origin as well. Seems almost like it may have been a drug used in fighting circles, or may have been something created by early hunters to imbibe in their blood drunkenness before that, while they could still have certain levels of consciousness, as blood is very intoxicating. Molotov cocktail. We know that this is a old tool against beasts due to them having a vulnerability and abnormal fear of flame. Oil aids in the spreading of fire. Pungent blood cocktail. Mature blood cocktail that releases a pungent odor when thrown that attracts bloodthirsty beasts. The precise, a precious tool in sadly short supply. In Yarnum, they produce more blood than alcohol, as the former is more intoxicating. Numbing mist. Throw to create a mist that masks a hunter's life essence and prevents restoration of HP. Said to be used by blood hunters of Canehurst. Its recipe is closely guarded secret by the line of nobles inhabiting the castle. Throwing knife, favorite of Henrik. Poison knife. Knife drenched with poison. This card blade's thin and sharp as a surgeon's blade, often used in self-defense by special doctors of the Healing Church. They say that hunters traditionally avoid the use of poison, likely because poison is far too slow to act in the heat of the hunt. It's also implied to be a assassin's tool. Coarse paper that applies fire to a weapon when rubbed. A hunter tool found in the Healing Church's workshop. Since the tragedy that struck Old Yarnum, the fire has become the staple of beast hunts and is brought and thought to cleanse impurity. Certain type of beasts have an abnormal fear of flame. Nothing too new there. Bone marrow ash. Additional medium that strengthens quicksilver bullets. According to the workshop, it is a special bone marrow ash collected from Hermwick Charnel Lane. Invaluable to hunters with weak blood tinge who require the use of stronger firearms. Okay, that should boost my gun damage. Bold Hunter's Mark. Dangling upside down rune. Etched in the mind of Hunter. Image upon the parchment allows one to envision the rune with more clarity. Interesting note about the Hunter's rune. It's one reminiscent to the mark of the brand of sacrifice, which is kind of Berserk's signature logo. And when upside down like that, in the form it is, it kind of looks like a person hung upside down to bleed them out. Which is fitting given how much blood is the central part. Various coins that are particularly luminescent. There are very few uses for spare change during the hunt, but those who, but these will serve as guides throughout dark places, or one could just save them until morning, if it ever comes. Lantern. Nothing real here. Just says accessory to create light, but not as powerful as a torch. Monocular. Basically, used to see faraway things. Pretty self-explanatory. Small music box from a young Yarnum girl plays a song shared by her mother and father. Inside the lid is a small scrap of paper, perhaps an old message. 2 names written on it. Somewhat faintly. Viola and Gassion. Droplet of cold blood containing blood echoes. Use it to gain blood echoes. Hunter sustained by the dream gain strength from blood echoes. They imbibe the blood with thoughts of reverence, indeed gratitude for their victims. Thick droplet of cold blood containing blood echoes. Use it to gain a larger amount of blood echoes. A strong will produces thick blood. Doubtless the product of obsession. A potent source of human strength. Rich droplet of cold blood containing blood echoes. Used to gain frenzied blood echoes. This manifestation of madness comes from a mind teetering on the very brink. but has a sane mind ever produced anything of true significance? A great bell discovered in the underground labyrinth. Its ring resonates across worlds, and the first hunter used it as a special signal to call hunters from other worlds to cross the gap and cooperate. A human must use insight to ring the uncanny bell, but the benefits of cross-world cooperation are many. Skull of a madman touched by the wisdom of the Great Ones. Used to gain insight. Making contact with the Eldritch wisdom is a blessing, for even if it drives one mad, it allows one to serve a greater purpose for prosperity. So it doesn't matter if the insight drives you crazy. It means that at least it'll be shared, and your skull can be of use to a future someone else who needs some insight. A small bell discovered in the unknown labyrinth. Its ring resonates across worlds, and the first hunter used it as a special signal to call hunters across the gap to cooperate. The spell resonates with its counterpart, the beckoning bell. Ring to help hunters in other worlds. Bloodstained bell discovered in an underground labyrinth. One of the resonating bells that crosses the gap of worlds. But this one keels for misfortune and malice. Sinister bell is an object of dark thoughts. Ring it to become an enemy of a hunter in another world. Silencing blanks are fired. Hunters that are linked by resonance bells with a special encoded timbres. This invaluable burst disrupts. This inaudible burst disrupts such resonance. Fire to end the cooperation and prevent further cooperation. Firing this does not disrupt the resonance of a sinister bell. And this is the same as the Bold Hunter's Mark, but tells you you'll leave your runes behind. Messengers are inhabitants of the dream, who revere the hunters. Use them to send messages to other worlds. Leave notes with messengers and read notes left by messengers. Rate notes left by messengers. Bloodstone Shard. A solid shard that forms in cold blood. After death, a substance in the blood hardens, and that which does not crystallize is called a bloodstone. At the workshop, bloodstone is embedded into weapons to fortify them. No change between twin and single there. Bloodshot Eyeball. Material used in the Chalice ritual. This is an exquisite eyeball removed quickly after death, or perhaps even before. Used to unlock the seal of old labyrinth hinter tombs. That'll come in handy for the next little bit. Now we're into key items. Key at the gate that marks the tomb of Erden. Beyond the tomb, Erden Chapel can be found. at the center of the cathedral ward. Only today the church is abandoned, and some say that the residents of Erden have all gone mad. Most, not all. Key to the gate that... Okay, oops, I already did that one. A cloth emblem that belonged to the captain of the church hunters long ago. Opens the main gate that leads to the round plaza of the church cathedral. The main gate is shut tight on the night of the hunt, and can only be opened from the other side with this emblem. In other words, the captain's return and this emblem determine the end of the hunt. And that emblem was lost long ago. For the last hunter chief, I believe, was Ludwig. Or at least the only one that was ever named. Blood Gem Workshop Tool. Misplaced workshop tool from the hunter's dream. The hunter who retrieves this can fortify weapons by needing blood gems into them. Blood gems and the properties of weapons when used to fortify them as blood defines an organism. Rune Workshop Tool. Runesmith Carroll, student of Bergenworth, transcended the human utterings of the great, transcribed the inhuman utterings of the great ones into what we now call Carroll runes. A hunter who receives this workshop tool can etch Carroll runes into the mind and obtain their wondrous strength. Frost Wilhelm would have been proud of Carroll's runes, as they do not rely on the blood in any way. So power from the Great Ones without sacrificing humanity. Saw Hunter Badge. Badge crafted long ago, but at the workshop. Test one's prowess as a hunter of beasts. The workshop is gone, and no group recognizes this meaningless badge except for the messengers in the bath, who understand its profundity. Certain things can only be entrusted with a hunter in possession of this badge, or so they believe. And this is what marked you as an old hunter, for this was the symbol of the old hunt. Badge created by the Powder Kegs, heretics of the workshop. The Powder Kegs' admiration of complex designs and big booms culminate in weapon designs that contrast with those traditionally of the workshop. The late Power Kegs, bless their souls, had a saying: "If a weapon ain't got kick, it ain't worth using." So these guys are all about big, heavy, and explosive hits, but could only work in short bursts. Sword Hunter Badge. One of the badges created by the Healing Church. The silver sword is a symbol of a church hunter. Ludwig was the first of many Healing Church hunters to come, many of whom were clerics. Clerics transformed to the most hideous beasts. Old Hunter Bell. One of the reverberating bells that cross the gap between worlds. This bell is cracked and stained with the blood of beasts. A human must expend insight to ring this uncanny bell. Old hunters, who have long passed from the dream but cannot forget the feeling of the hunt, rely upon messengers to relay their thoughts. Ring this bell at their side and they will certain to get a listen, for the night of the hunt is long and unchanging. So summon extra NPCs. Black messenger hat. The hat the messengers are oddly fond of, symbol of the what the hell is that? Symbol of preventative hunters of the Healing Church. The inhabitants of the stump appear to have interest in adornment. Why not let them be happy and revel in Why not let them be happy and revel as babes? Accessory adorned by the naive messengers, intimidating the bandages of scourge victims, unaware of their meaning. The splatters of blood give it a particularly nice touch. The inhabitants of the stump appear to have an interest in adornment. Why don't let them be happy and revel as babes? Red messenger ribbon. Red ribbon that the messengers are oddly fond of. Thick and pungent red was drawn up from the organs of some unfortunate victim. Strange choice indeed, but perhaps the messengers wearing the accessory constitutes a form of mourning. If you remember, that girl who gave me the music box disappeared, and shortly thereafter, this was found when we killed that boar. It is believed that she went out to either Erden Chapel for shelter, or went out to mourn her mother's at her mother's body, and came across that boar, who promptly killed her. And this is her ribbon. Curing flames by using blood infused quicksilver bullets as a special medium. Not the most deficient weapon by any stretch, but sometimes a sea of flame is just what the doctor ordered. Besides, beasts of Yharnam can always use a good cleansing. Crude weapon. A crude wooden shield used by the masses who have risen to join the hunt. Hunters do not normally employ shields, inefficient against the strength of beasts as they tend to be. Shields are nice, but not if they engender passivity, which is a jab at Dark Souls players who rely heavily on shields. And this is why they also made the shield kind of absolute garbage. But it does have its place. Standard articles: a hunter attire fashioned at the workshop. Fine piece of hunter attire that provides stable defense to anyone facing Yharnam's deadly threat. Recognizable by its weathered feathers, this cap is fashioned after those of the old hunters. One of the standard articles, a hunter attire fashioned by the workshop. This one without the cape that wipes away blood. A fine piece of hunter attire that provides stable defense to anyone facing Yarm's beastly threat. Allows one to stalk beasts unannounced by cover of night. Okay, just a 10% difference to blunt damage resistance, so this one is slightly better than this one. These are the same. These are the same. Top hat. Top hat worn by hunters who admire formality. Some hunters place emphasis on form as seen by the use of the threaded cane. For them, formality, beauty, and justice are the very essence of our humanity, and precisely what keeps hunters from becoming something else. Yarnum hunter hat. Ludwig, the first hunter of the Healing Church, once recruited Yarnamites to serve as hunters. This hunter's attire was made for new recruits, and has excellent straightforward defense, but not nearly enough to allow an ordinary man to stand any real chance against the beasts. Same. Yeah, these are slightly weaker than the hunter attire, but have better strengths and when it comes to side damage types. A decent side grade. In fact, most armors in Bloodborne are pretty, they're more or less the same. There's some stat tweaks here and there. So if you want to min-max, you can, but 70% of the time, you can go pure form over function and it'll just work just fine. Charred Hunter's Garb. One of the staple artifacts of hunter attire fashioned at the workshop. Product of the scourge of the beast that once plagued old Yarnum and culminated in the town's fiery cleansing. The cape dampers makes it a highly resistant to fire. The cape's dampness makes it highly resistant to fire. Weavers of this attire hunted down the victims of the scourge who survived the raging flames and stench of singed blood. Designed to be highly resistant to fire, wears this attire hunted down victims of the scourge who survived the raging flames and the stench of singed blood. Same as that. Black church attire. Attire of the Healing Church's hunters. Most Healing Church hunters are elementary scholars who understand the importance of early prevention of the scourge, achieved by disposing victims and even potential victims before signs of sickness manifest themselves. Their black attire is synonymous with fear and that particular Yarnum madness. Effectively, assassins who are inquisitors. They think you're infected, so they get rid of you. There is no real defense. Attire of the Healing Church hunters. The holy shawl, symbol of the Healing Church, flutters proudly upon their back. Most Healing Church hunters are elementary doctors who understand the importance of early prevention of the scourge, achieved by disposing of victims and even potential victims. Their black attire is synonymous with fear. Yeah, not much difference. Surgical long gloves. White surgical gloves indicate the intricate embroidery weaves a spell that protects the wearer. The church engages in the hunt in a medical capacity. When a cancer is discovered, one must pinpoint its location, reach in, and wrench it from the host's bosom. Which basically means if we think you're a beast or may become a beast, you're gone so the rest can survive. Same as the other ones in the set. Gassion hat. Attire worn by Father Gassion, similar to the hunter garb created by the workshop, only these are tainted by the pungent, beastly stench that eats away at Gassion. Father is a title used for clerics in a foreign land. There is no such rank in the healing church. Attire worn by Father Gassion. Dingy scarf is the holy shawl and symbol of the healing church from which Gassion would eventually part ways. Father is a title used for clerics of foreign lands and therefore not used in but there is no such rank in the healing church. This is same as the hat. Same as the other one. And we're back through. A blood gem that fortifies a weapon and adds various properties. Blood gems are especially rare bloodstones that grow on cold blood. Blood gems are kneaded into weapons using workshop tools and only when of a matching shape. Most radial blood gems have effects that bear upon physical attacks. Same as everything except the last line. Triangle blood gems have effects that provide attribute bonuses and extra effects. Air, a carol rune that transcribes inhuman sounds. Air is the sentimentality of warmth of the blood and acknowledges visceral attacks as one of the darker hunter techniques. More blood echoes gained from visceral attacks. Perhaps Air is a hunter who bears the echoing will of those before him. Carol rune that transcribes in human words. Transcription of the great ones in human voices ripples like the watery reflection. This rune means lake, and those who memorize it enjoy reduced physical damage. Great volumes of water serve as a bulwark guarding sleep and augur of the eldritch truth. Overcome this hindrance and seek what is yours. Numero Chalice. Ritual Chalice is found on the Church of the Good Chalice. Used in the ritual tomb altar in the hunter's dream to break the seal of the old hunter's labyrinth. Well, the old underground labyrinth. Let the chalice reveal the tomb of the gods, lest blood be the hunter's nourishment. Let blood be the hunter's nourishment. And let ye partake in communion. So, conduct the chalice ritual. Grow stronger and indulge in being a hunter. Now we have two real options I see here. We can go into the... Yeah, it's been too long without gameplay, so I guess we'll go into the Chalice. Or I could take, what's his name? Actually, I will follow, Garriman's advice and check out Orden Chapel a little bit more. I think that locked door opened up.
This here is a safe place, but if you find any sane survivors, because there's nothing to fix.
I've no time for you to what, just I can't stand the stench.
You. I know.
Yep, the door's open now. And that's why you don't trust people in wheelchairs. Communion. Healing Church's workshop. Oh, oops. And this is going to be an annoying spot because, well, classic FromSoft platforming, which is basically hope your angle's right or you're gonna die. Messenger top hat. Yeah, I can't reach that area, so... missed that item, so I had to go and do it again anyway. Throw fireballs. Should have shot rather than dodge. Oh well, it's only like 1,000 or so blood echoes. That's maybe 2 or 3 solid kills at this point. Formless Erden rune. Messenger Urn Festival. Well, now we know. That's a couple more hats. Blood-tinged gemstone. got shot in the side, and it was enough force that blew me off the edge of the entire platform. Okay then. Should have went around the back. Well, I recovered those ones. The sky and the cosmos are one, the choir. Thick, cold blood. Radiant Sword Hunter's badge. That'll be useful. That expands the shop. Unfortunately, I lack the key to head in to the Upper Cathedral Ward, unfortunately. Oops! That was pure stupidity on my part. That should be reasonably easy for me to recover. It's the other side that's safer to fall from. Because there's a small little ledge I can fall on, which breaks the fall. Well, didn't quite work out. This is one of the more annoying areas. But there's a reason for it being annoying. It's a very hidden but very important place for the lore right there. And it'll be obvious once I get in there. Okay, that's how I do it. Of course. Well, that was annoying.
A night of curses. A night to remember. Wouldn't you say, friend?
Okay, some civilian clothes. Well, got him that time. I don't feel like being kidnapped right now. Alright, cleared this little section. It was an ugly clear, but it's still clear. can get the visceral attack in, I can get extra blood echoes from this. I don't feel like using bullets right now. Come up here. Didn't want that to happen. Man toils serendipitously in rituals to beckon the moon, uncover their secrets. And I can't return to the hunter's dream until I find a lantern. This is one of the more annoying areas of the game, and I did not want to come here yet.
Oh, merciful God, help me. In the name of the healing church, cleanse us of this horrible dream. Oh, please leave me be. Don't take me, please. Oh, please, dear God. Oh, please leave. Don't take. Oh, please. to express my relief. You can take this, at least. It's sure to please an upstanding member of the church like you. Oh, thank you so much, dear gods. Thank you so much. I was seized on the street by the hulking brute in the cathedral ward and locked up here. There were many others, but they've been taken away. And I've heard moans echoing in the distance ever since. So, the hunt is on tonight. Then the streets are perilous, and every door will be shut tight. Perhaps it isn't my place to ask, but do you know somewhere that might take me in? Oh, thank you so much. I'll set out as soon as I can. I pray for success on your hunt, kind hunter. I'll set out as soon as I pray for kind hunter.
That's a way to an optional boss. That'll take me to Old Yarnum once I beat it. But I don't want to go there just yet because it's a true pain in the ass, because it's a lightning elemental boss. This is where I started. Nightmarish rituals crave a newborn. Find one and silence the harrowing cry. Okay, that wasn't horrible. I don't feel like staying here much longer, but... well... to escape is to escape. Fortunately, where I left my bloodstain, it's relatively close by. At least the Erden Chapel one, but anyway, need to pee. Back. Did some bullets for no reason. that's worth it. That is, though. Holy crap, that's pretty good. 12%. Let's take a look at these Carol runes I picked up. Form Communion. Max health vials held, +1. Max quicksilver bullets, up 4. Secret symbol left by Carol, runesmith of Bergenworth. Several runes relate to blood, including communion, which raises the maximum number of blood vials one may carry. This rune represents the healing church and its ministers. Blood ministration is, of course, the pursuit of communion. Formless Erden. Secret symbol left by Carol, runesmith of Bergenworth. The Great One Erden, lacking form, exists only in voice, and is symbolized by this rune. Those who memorize it enjoy a larger supply of quicksilver bullets. Human or no, the oozing blood is medium of the highest grade, and the essence of the formless Great One, Erden. Both Erden and his inadvertent worshippers serendipitously seek the precious blood. Air, lake, moon. Secret symbol left by Carol, runesmith, Bergenworth. Translation of moon as spoken by the Great Ones inhabiting the nightmare. Gain more blood echoes. Great Ones are the inhabitants of the nightmare, are sympathetic in spirit, and often answer when called upon. Beast. Secret symbol left by Carol, runesmith of Bergenworth. Transcription of the roar of a labyrinth beast. The bearer of the beast rune has acquired temporary transformation effects. Beast is one of the early Carol runes, as well as one of the first to be deemed forbidden. The discovery of the blood entailed the discovery of the discovery of undesirable beasts.
Welcome home. What is it you... Over time, comes the great it all. Farewell, good hunter. May you find...
No Garabin. See if I can't get those damn runes back.
The hunt.
Okay, didn't quite want to come here, but close enough. Yeah, it's Cathedral Ward, not Erden. Tomb of Erden. Oh well.
Alive and well at that. Another one you sent made it here safe and sound. This place is a haven now for so many, thanks to you. I'm overjoyed, really, that you'd even give me the time of day. I don't suppose there's anybody out there worth saving anymore, but you did all you could. And so many owe you so much. Amazing, really. Not because you're a hunter, but because you're you. Makes me think. Once dawn breaks, maybe I can just, start over. Makes it easier to bear all of this, you see. You've made life easier. Thank you. If you please, kind hunter, when the night of the hunt passes, suppose we could be friends? Maybe? Now, I know I hardly deserve it, but, well, I had to just ask, you know. Out of line. Yes, perhaps so. But, well, give it a thought. If you wouldn't mind, of course. Once the night of the hunt passes, give it a...
Oh, hello. Sorry, dear. You muck only so much blood. You.
I'll spare you one nugget of advice. Beware the Lady of the Night. I can see it in her eyes. She deeply resents the young saint. She hears people whisper. She knows what people think of her. Yes. She despises the saint for having what she doesn't. Bloody wench, they should have moved her on ages ago. I've no time for your petty life. What? Just go. I can't stand the stench.
Oh, brave hunter. You're alive. Thank you very much. The town is in disarray, but there are still people here. Together we await the help of the healing church. I cannot begin to express my gratitude to you. The only thing that I can offer is my own lowly blood, if it would suffice.
And of course I got caught on the scenery. And I'll again respawn pretty much. Yeah, right there. Because I've already escaped Yargul. But I do now have enough rune, well, blood echoes, to make a purchase for a new weapon. That'll be perfect for my build. Assuming, of course, I don't fuck up and die again. Material used in Chalice rituals. one of the basic ingredients used to stabilize a holy chalice is this incoagulable blood. When it's all melted in blood, it is all reborn. That's actually more foreshadowing than it would seem. But here is the weapon I was trying to get. Ludwig's Holy Blade. I can get this now since I have the silver swords badge or whatever it's called. But this is the best quality weapon in the game, and I have the base stats to use more than the base stats to use it. Tomb Prospector armor, interesting. Well, time to start upgrading. Pair of radials and a crescent.
Welcome. What is it? Very well. Let me.
Don't have enough required. getting used to the move set, but it's pretty much your standard longsword setup if you've ever played Elden Ring or Dark Souls. And trick weapon form, it's now a greatsword. There we go. The old workshop. Just like the hunter's dream. In fact, the hunter's dream is modeled after the hunter's workshop. One-third of the umbilical cord. A very important item. The abandoned doll. Old hunter bone. Useful hunter's tool. Where's the hair ornament? There it is. The only safe way out of here is through this lamp.
Welcome home, good hunter. What is it you desire? Over time, countless hunters, the graves here stand and it all see. Farewell, good hunter. May you find your worth.
Let's go over some lore, because once I give away the hair ornament, I can't get it back anymore. So, we've done all this, but the umbilical cord's important. A great relic, also known as the Cord of the Eye. A great relic, also known as the Cord of the Eye. Every infant great one. Has this precursor to the umbilical cord. Every great one loses a child, and then yearns for a surrogate. The third umbilical cord precipitated the encounter with the pale moon, which beckoned the hunters and conceived the hunter's dream, used to gain insight. And so they say eyes on the inside, although no one remembers what that truly entails. Old Hunter Bone. This bone of an old hunter whose name has been lost. It is said that he was an apprentice to old Gurman and a practitioner of the art of quickening, a technique particular to the first hunters. It is most appropriate that the hunters, carriers of the torch who were sustained by the dream, would trace an old art from his remains. That is a very important thing and very useful. Unlimited use, Quicksilver bullets 4. 15 arcane though. Shame. But that basically is a short-range teleport that greatly boosts your dodge for the duration of the buff it gives, making it one of the most useful hunter's relics in the game. Radiant Sword Hunter Badge. Radiant Sword Hunter Badge for Ludwig's successors. One of the badges crafted by the Healing Church. The Radiant Sword indicates heir to the will of Ludwig. These hunters, also known as Holy Blades, are all that remain of the ancient line of heroes that date back to the very early age of honor and chivalry. Messenger top hat. Top hat messengers are oddly fond of. A nice top hat that rounds out any Yharnam gentleman. Accessory adored by naive messengers. Messengers wear the urns filled with incense that wards off beasts on their heads upside down, suggesting a predilection to the dark. Evidence the stump appear to have interest in adornment. Why not let them be happy and revel as babes? Ludwig's Holy Blade. Trick weapon typically used by church hunters. It is said that silver sword was employed by Ludwig, the first hunter of the church. When transitioned, it combines with its sheath to form a great sword. The Healing Church workshop began with Ludwig and departed from old Gehrman's techniques to provide hunters with the means to hunt more terrifying beasts, and perhaps things still worse. Well, we did some lore hunting, but not really much Chalice work. And unfortunately, it's getting late. But we can finish this bit up here.
Welcome home, good hunter. What is it you did? What? What is this?
Oh shit.
I can't remember. Not a thing, only I feel a yearning, something I never felt before. What's happening to me? Tell me, Hunter. could this be joy? Ah.
That small ornament was crafted by Garamond specifically for the doll in the real hunter's workshop in the real world. Garamond created the doll with great care and sincerity, modeling it after someone very precious to him. And the ornament was for that person. As the dolls are connected and linked, giving the ornament to the doll caused the doll to actually shed a tear. Something that a doll should not be able to do. Silver Shining Tear Stone, used to gain Droplet Blood Gem. Silver Shining Tear Stone, used to change into a Droplet Blood Gem that fortifies any weapon. A doll sheds neither blood nor tears, and thus its nature remains unknown. Whoever thinks this is precious must be troubled by severe naivete. Tear Blood Gem. Blood Gem that fortifies weapons and adds various properties. Droplet Blood Gems are special gems that adapt to various weapons and shapes. Crafted from the Shining Silver Doll tier, this Blood Gem is a quiet but unfaltering friend that continually restores HP, the life essence of the hunter. Perhaps the doll's creator had wished for just such a friend, albeit in vain. HP continues to recover +2. I'll worry about that once I get up to get some more. But anyway, time to begin the Chalice and call it a night. I switched to the Charred Hunter's clothing because it has the highest fire resistance. Because, well, one of the bosses I'll be going against is a giant flaming dog monster. only illusionary walls will appear in the Chalice's dungeons. They won't appear anywhere else in the game. I was not expecting an ambush there. Damn it. I think I know what to do now. God damn it. They should just equip the shield so I could tank the throwing knives better. messier than it needed to be. Well, did that ugly, but it worked. And I activated the switch. To the boss room. Got him that time. Now that's annoying. Well, that was kind of annoying, but at least the bell ringer's gone. challenges here is just keeping track of all three of them. Root chalices let you create random chalice dungeons based off of the dungeon you're in, level you're in. I think I forgot to pick up the bloodstain. Where the hell is my bloodstain?
Welcome home. What is it? Over time, the graves here stand, it all see. Farewell, may.
This is the final floor of this chalice. Chalices typically are 3 to 4 floors deep.
Very well, let.
Okay, got plenty of blood vials. Once a patient has had their blood administered, a unique but common treatment in Yharnam, successive infusions recall the first, and are all the more invigorating for it. It's no surprise that most Yharnamites are heavily users of the blood. Special bullets used with hunter firearms. Ordinary bullets have no effect on beasts, so quicksilver bullets infused with the wielder's own blood must be employed. The strength of quicksilver bullets depends greatly upon the wielder's blood tinge. I've never seen that type of enemy before. That's a decent amount of ritual blood. That's the upper area. Couldn't move. And a new chalice. And that does it for this one. That was a rougher fight than expected, but for second time going into a boss I was unfamiliar with, well, not bad for brute forcing your way through.
Welcome. What is it? Very well. Let me. Over time, it all seemed. Farewell, May.
$135.61. 140.93. Yeah, this is the more powerful weapon by a pretty decent margin. But the saw cleaver is better against beasts. One of the basic ingredients to satiate a holy chalice is this incorruptible, coagulable blood. When it's all melted in blood, it is reborn. Mold that grows on rotten flesh and blood inside an old labyrinth matures near to bear giant spores, arcane haze. Materially used in a holy chalice ritual. Tiny smatterings of haze that are found in certain ritual materials, sometimes required for specific rites. Additional rites, sinister bell makes the bell-ringing woman appear. When she rings a sinister bell, hunters from other worlds will be beckoned and as adversaries. And that's... Root chalice that breaks multiple labyrinth seals. Root chalices used in rituals to break old labyrinth seals are said to change the labyrinth's form each time. The old labyrinth was carved out by the Numerians, superhuman beings that are said to have unlocked the wisdom of the Eldritch truth. Chalice that breaks a labyrinth seal. But only a root chalice changes the shape of the old labyrinth when used in a ritual. The old labyrinth was carved out by the Numerian superhuman beings that are said to have unlocked the wisdom of the Eldritch truth. But this is the next one, and it's as you can see, it's a much more impressive looking cup. But I need 1,800 runes, but I have enough ritual blood. And there we go. second chalice has been created. And with that, I am calling it a night. I hope to see you all again next time. And, because it is really getting late. Have a good night, everybody. Or good morning in some cases. Internet's a relative thing. Goodbye.